Cotton candy cocoons, live popcorn, alien clowns. What's not to love? Killer Klowns from Outer Space came out in 1988. It was directed by Steven Chiodo. Basically, this whole movie was done by brothers who had the same last name, Chiodo, so it was pretty much a family worked on movie. And the plot is pretty straightforward. It's basically these aliens that come down to Earth in clown form and terrorizes this town, this small little town. I was planning on doing a review for this. It just took me a while to do it, but they finally had it on Netflix, so I decided to check it out, and here we are. So let's start out with the positives of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. The story was pretty decent. Like I say, it was pretty straightforward. It's just basically about these aliens that come from outer space in clown form in a tent, like a circus, and just invades this town and goes around killing people and shooting them with cotton candy, which, this movie is a very tongue-in-cheek movie. You can tell that the filmmakers for this film was not going for the horror at all. I didn't get a single horror moment out of this film, but it did have its moments. Mostly laughable moments, but yeah. You could not take this film seriously. It was pretty damn crazy. The clowns, they looked somewhat decent. You could tell these people wore like costumes, but they were animatronics. The prosthetics and all that looked cool, but you could tell that they were animatronics because when they moved their mouths, you could tell it was like kind of like a puppet. Kind of like how a puppet would move, but it was real people underneath those. It did look a little cheesy in some spots, but the look of it, of the way the clowns looked, they looked demonized. It was pretty decent, but it was far from it. I should mention Clownzilla. At the end of it, one of the filmmakers actually played that. Charles Chiodo, I think he was like one of the producers, but he actually played that, and I thought that actually looked pretty decent. He was like the granddaddy of all the other clowns. He was like the one that you would get to last in a game after you fight off all the rest of them. The look and feel of this film was done well. It was shot pretty good. Like I said, you can't take this film seriously. It was about a bunch of clowns that would just wrap people up in cotton candy cocoons, and that's how they would feed off of them. And then you also got live popcorn that would turn into like clown snakes, basically. But again, it's far from anything that what Stephen King's novel It ever threw out, the movies or the books. I should mention this one scene that did kind of creep me out. It was a police station scene where this guy, he was basically a little bit of a douche, so I'm kind of glad what happened to him, but he was basically being played off as a ventriloquist after one of the clowns killed him.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
That freaked me out. I actually did like that. It was the only part of this movie that I actually did feel a little bit of a horror vibe. But this whole movie, it's what they were going for. I think it knew what it was. It knew that it was going to be a tongue-in-cheek, very extreme tongue-in-cheek film. I mean, how can you, other than It, how can you make a horror movie that take itself seriously that has clowns in it? It was basically an all-around high trip, if you were high. Let's get into the mix. The characters was okay. They were not really worth mentioning that much. I just thought they were okay. They wasn't the best. They didn't really leave me a big impression. I just thought they were okay. They were just nothing to write home about. And let's get into the negatives. The special effects didn't really age well, especially when the shooting star would come down and then it showed that tent, but at the end it showed it getting ready to leave, and it looked like a lamp, kinda. Now keep in mind, this was before digital effects came into play. This was 1988, so they did the best they can, but some effects age as well, but some don't. And unfortunately in this film, for me, the effects didn't really age that well. But luckily that was the only shot, or the only scenes per se, that actually had effects in it like that. So que sera, sera. You win some, you lose some. If you want to see an extremely tongue-in-cheek film about killer clowns, cotton candy cocoons, and live popcorn that turns into clown snakes, this is for you. It's an acquired taste. This movie wasn't bad. It wasn't bad if you're not expecting much. If you're not expecting a total horror film, but just something fun to watch with some friends at a party. And I don't think it'll be something that I would watch again. And if I did, it'd probably be way into the future. So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Have you seen it yet? You must have. What did you think of it? Did you find it entertaining, just somewhat? Or did you just find it all around stupid and you seem better? Jump down in the comment section below and give me your thoughts. Stay tuned for more videos and reviews coming soon. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I ask you to like and subscribe and comment if you haven't. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace the rap out.